What's up, everybody? John Charmijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an Arsenal inventory update to do for you guys. Vinyl this time, and it is all boiling down to this. Not only is this going to be the final collection update video I'm going to be doing for this year, but this is going to be the final video I do in 2018, period. This has been an absolute whirlwind of a year as far as 2018 has been concerned. A lot of ups, a lot of downs, a lot of somewhere in betweens, but through it all, there has been an absolutely great smattering of extreme music to come out this year, and it's been an absolute thrill and honor to be talking about it with a lot of you guys. But what I wanted to do for this video is I wanted to gather up some of my favorite releases of 2018, some of which I've talked about here before previously, and some of which I'm going to be talking about for the first time, including a couple of debut full-lengths that have just recently come out that I really feel that need to be paid attention to. So strap yourselves in for this one. This is going to be a lengthy one. So first off, what we're listening to in the background, Voivod, The Wake. This is another top quality 2018 release from this year, and this is the double disc edition put out through Century Media Records. This includes not only the full-length album, but also the Post Society EP that was released previously, and some live material from their time at 70,000 Tons of Metal not too long ago. But yeah, this is definitely a way better album than Target Earth, and definitely a throwback to earlier eras of the Voivod sound. This is absolutely a killer album, and I cannot recommend The Wake enough. This is some seriously good stuff. Alright, let's get this party started with a couple of full-lengths that I've talked about here previously. I reviewed this album not too long ago, and when I finally had the chance to have this album in my hands, I was extremely pumped and excited to finally own it. This is Archgoat with the Luciferian Crown. Yeah. This is released in 2018 through Deborah Morty Productions, and honestly, I'm not going to say too much than what I haven't already said in my album review of this, but if you love Archgoat, if you're familiar with their sound and you know what they're all about, this is a fucking Archgoat record in its purest, most unadulterated form here. And the more I've listened to this album, the more I've learned to grow with it, love it, and appreciate it. There's just so much to love about the Luciferian Crown, from the vocals to the drum style to the riffs. There's even some stuff that throws you for a loop. The song Darkness Has Returned is easily my favorite song to come out this year, more than anything, because it's something you don't really expect out of Archgoat. Hearing these rock and roll sort of riffs being presented on that song, and then you hear the drum sound, it's like Archgoat are almost being ballsy enough to experiment with their own sort of sound. Yeah, but that song is fucking great. Jezebel's Black Mass Orgy, Sorcery and Doom, The Obsidian Flame from My Depths. Just a whole bunch of great Archgoat songs on here, and definitely this album gets more and more entertaining as time goes by and you listen to it. I don't know if I like this more than I do the Apocalyptic Triumphator. There's a lot of things to think about when you listen to an album like this, but I definitely consider this to be one of the best current day Archgoat records, and this album gets more and more fun every time you listen to it. But anyway, here's a front cover. A beautiful matte finish on this jacket. Love this Chris Moyen artwork. Absolute detail and quality going on here. You wouldn't expect anything less from Deborah Morty. Back cover. Got some Archgoat symbolism here and some track listings. Very badass gatefold here. There you have the Archgoat logo. Then you have some more artwork going on here. Very, very sick. Comes with a gigantic booklet. Kind of like how the last album was. You have this huge ass booklet with band member photos, additional artwork, lyrics, credits, and all that other stuff. And this came out in multiple variations. I got this in the United States through Season of Mist, and I just got the standard heavyweight black vinyl version. Dig the center labels here. Very, very badass. The quality on this record is very, very badass, but I cannot recommend this album to you enough. But if you're a fan of Archgoat, you're going to find something amazing here with the Luciferian Crown. Easily one of the best Archgoat albums in recent times. So yeah, Luciferian Crown by Archgoat. Go check this one out. Next up, we have another album from 2018 that clearly has won my heart and really, really makes me appreciate black metal all that much more. Yeah. This is Moenen of Zezbeth with Ancient Spells of Darkness. Yeah. This was released earlier this year through Nuclear War Now Productions, and to refresh your memory about this band, I believe these guys are based out of Belgium, and this is pretty much the guys from Perverted Ceremony taking their sound of black metal and adding a little bit more of a keyboard synth sort of vibe to it. I mean, if you like Beheaded and all that other shit, you should have some fun listening to this Moenen of Zezbeth record. And honestly, when I got the tape from the Nuclear War Now merch booth earlier this year at Destroying Texas Fest, I couldn't stop playing it. And once I found out there was going to be the vinyl version to come out, I was even more thrilled and pumped for it to come out. So I finally bought it, listened to it again, and fell in love with it all over again. I mean, Oath of Malignancy, the title track, Into the Black Mist, just so much great stuff coming from this album. I love the keys, I love the riffs, I love the vocals. I just love how boggy and fearful the atmosphere is on this record, and it honestly gets much better with every single listen, and I'm really 100% behind this project. It only makes me excited to hear more stuff from this band, not only Moenen of Zezbeth, but also Perverted Ceremony. There's just so much great things to come from these people and the people behind this project. But anyway, here's the front cover. Love this artwork, very badass, very old school album cover style going on here. Back cover, band member photo and track listing. Very minimalist packaging going on here. It only really comes with like an ad sheet and just a poster. Yeah, this is really cool. Very badass poster of the band photo from the previous back of the jacket. And this came in two versions. There's also a Die Hard version that came with a patch and a sticker and a colored record. But I just got the standard black vinyl. Very good stuff, either way. Yeah, old school center labels going on here. Really like that. But yeah, good quality as to be expected here. But yeah, the more I listen to this album, the more I fall in love with it. And it makes me appreciate this band that much more. It makes me want more stuff from this band. But yeah, Moenen of Zezbeth, Ancient Spells of Darkness. Absolutely fantastic album. Go check that out. Alright, this next block of records are all going to be brand new 2018 releases from bands that you probably know and are familiar with, or bands that you probably don't know and aren't familiar with, but anyway, this next band is absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to see them live next year. This is House of Atreus with From the Madness of Ixion, yeah. This is a 2018 release through Iron Bonehead Productions, and this is the second full-length album from this band. I believe they're based out of Tennessee. I could be wrong, but yeah. This is their second full-length album, and of course they put out their debut through Dark Descent Records many years ago, The Spear and the Ichor That Follows. And the thing that most people know about House of Atreus is the fact that they have this really galloping, melodic death metal sort of sound, very much akin to a band like, let's say, maybe Argoslant. They have that very similar sort of sound, and I know a lot of people knock House of Atreus for that, but I don't think anybody should, to be honest, because House of Atreus take that sort of galloping melodic sound and they make it sound their own and make it sound unique, sound special. And I really enjoyed the first House of Atreus album, but I honestly thought a lot more could have come from it. But this band really took what they had on their first album and they made things that much better here with From the Madness of Ixion. Just incredible. Stronger songwriting, stronger riffs, stronger vocals, stronger drum work. It's all perfect stuff here. Jealous Iniquity, Cordelia, Call to the Concubines, Bonded Behind Supremacy. Absolutely amazing and killer work here throughout this record. Lots of great riffs, lots of great songwriting, awesome lyrics, very much historical stuff going on here. But I love what House of Atreus do with their music. And like I mentioned earlier this band is going to be doing a string of US dates in the South with Desanuleth, just strictly like Texas and Louisiana, sometime in April. But I'm really, really excited to finally get to see this band live and see what the fuss is all about that I've been listening to for years about this band. But I honestly am behind the hype for House of Atreus, and I think you should be too. But anyway, here's the front cover. Beautiful matte finish on this jacket. Very beautiful album cover artwork. Very, very complex and detailed stuff here. Back cover with track listings. More wild artwork going on here. Gatefold with lyrics and credits and all that stuff. Very top quality, as to be expected through Iron Bonehead. Comes with a fold-out poster of some additional artwork, which I think is really, really nice. It's sideways, but still. Yeah, there you see the House of Atreus logo right here. Yeah, very good quality poster art. And this comes on two different variants, standard black vinyl, and the version that I got direct from the band. And this comes on a very, very nice gold with red splatter. Absolutely gorgeous gold with red splatter here. Very good, awesome labels here. Very great sound quality on this thing. Had a great time listening to this album. But yeah, if you are a fan of House of Atreus, preferably the EP that preceded the debut full-length, you're going to find something to enjoy here with this House of Atreus album, In the Madness of Ixion. Very, very good follow-up album from House of Atreus. Great stuff. Next up, we have a new full-length album from one of Canada's wildest black metal projects. This is The Projectionist with Visits from the Night Hag, Part 1. Yeah. This is their third full-length album, and this is put out through Appalachian Noise Records. And yeah, this is the third full-length album from The Projectionist, based out of Canada. They have a very distinct and different sort of sound when it comes to black metal. And this first album here is going to be a first in what will be many, many different parts. And this will be a very wild and unique concept album. It's a 5-track album done in 5 different acts. And the way things are on this album, it feels like you're listening to a play, like an opera of some sorts. I mean, if you think of that last Cult de Ghoul record, where it seemed very conceptual, the concepts show up here very, very well here throughout this album. Songs like Paralysis of Subconscious Tours, Dementia's Wheel, Strapped and Taken to adjacent halls. Absolutely killer stuff. I love the vocal work being done on here, done through many, many different parts, but the music itself is absolutely killer. From the guitar playing, to the drums, to the bass, to the riffs. There's just a lot of great, great stuff to be heard throughout this entire record. And I applaud the the Projectionist for doing something completely different here with this album, with their style of music, their style of black metal, and just putting out an altogether ballsy record. I can't wait for the next installment of this series. It's going to be a fun one. So anyway, here's the front cover. Nice matte finish on this jacket. Love the logo here, album name, and of course I assume that's the Night Hag in question. Back cover with track listing, logo for the Appalachian Noise Records. Comes with a lyric sheet. Very, very awesome detailed lyric sheet here. Band members in question. Very, very good stuff. And if I'm not mistaken, this vinyl is limited to 300 copies, and this came on multiple color variants. But the version that I got comes on this very nice transparent sea blue vinyl. Side A, Side B, they have two of the Projectionist logo here. Great quality on this record, sounds awesome, plays badass. But yeah, if you're into conceptual black metal, the Projectionist delivers something very special here with Visits from the Night Hag, Part 1. I can't wait for Part 2. Next up we have another fantastic album from 2018, and this is a debut album that really will break your teeth off. This is Hyperdontia with Nexus of Teeth. Yeah. This is released in 2018 through Dark Descent Records, and this is the vinyl version put out through Misaho Un Ojo Records. And Hyperdontia are a death metal band consisting of people from both Turkey and Denmark. People from all sorts of different bands like Undergang, Taphos, Decaying Purity, Burial Invocation. That band also put out a really killer full-length this year through Dark Descent. Really great stuff, but this is their debut full-length album, and this has been long in planning. They put out that really killer Abhorrence Veil EP many years ago, not too long ago, and that was some seriously sick stuff, but this debut album is even sicker. This is pure, unadulterated death metal at its finest here. Lots of nasty vocals being done here throughout this record. Really discomforting lyrics, but even more so, the music is absolutely killer. Lots of awesome riffs to be heard throughout this record. The drumming style is relentless. There's just a certain fearfulness anytime you listen to something like Nexus of Teeth, and this album brings it to you in the best way possible. Purging through flesh, teeth and nails, euphoric evisceration, just some seriously killer stuff going on here throughout this album, and it gets even better every single time that you listen to it. I mean, if you're a fan of any of the bands that these people are in, you're going to fucking love Nexus of Teeth by Hyperdontia. This is the real deal. So anyway, here's the front cover. Love this album cover art. This is one of the best Paolo Girardi album covers I've ever seen. Uncoated stock on this jacket, very top quality here. Back cover, band members in question. You have the skulls here, track listing, really cool. Have a stocky lyric sheet with some really freaky teeth picks going on here. Lyrics for all the songs, credits, thanks lists, and all that. And I was lucky enough to get the standard black vinyl version. Good labels going on here. If you missed out on the first press, no fear. This is getting a repress sometime in January of 2019. Definitely keep your eye out for that and pay attention to that. It's absolutely awesome. But yeah, Hyperdontia, Nexus of Teeth, absolutely phenomenal debut full-length. Next up we have some top quality black death metal from the US, and this album I cannot recommend enough. This is Ulfar with Cosmovore. Yeah, 2018 release through 20 Buck Spin, and this is their debut full-length album. I had the honor and privilege of getting to see these guys live earlier this year at Red River Family Fest. They were amazing. I was anticipating this album quite a bit, and getting to listen to this album all the way through and through really makes a huge impact and difference. I mean, from the title track to Infinite Cold Distance to Dunwich Horror, just some seriously unique black death metal going on here. Very good psychology, very good songwriting, great vocals, great riffs, just overall entertaining stuff to be heard through and through. I think Ulfar are the real deal, and they definitely need to be paid attention to. But anyway, here's the front cover. Beautiful album cover art here. Matte finish on this jacket, very nice. Back cover with track listing and credits. Comes with a lyric sheet for all the songs and credits. Band member photo here, very mysterious. And this vinyl version came on, I think this came out on a couple of different variants. standard black vinyl and the color variant that I got, which is an absolutely beautiful blue and orange merge. Very nice center labels going on here. Very, very top quality shit here. Sounds great, as to be expected from 20 Buck Spin. But yeah, if you have not heard Ulthar, definitely check this band out. They need to be heard and paid attention to. Ulthar, Cosmovore, check it out. Next up, we head to the Pacific Northwest for some seriously killer sounding death metal. This is Hissing with Permanent Destitution. Yeah. Debut full length from 2018 on Profound Lore Records, and this band has put out a really, really solid body of work so far. Some early works, including a split with Sutek Hexen not too long ago. This is their debut full-length album, and pretty much it continues on in the same sort of pathway as their previous material. Just some really, really dark, nasty sounding riffs, matched up by some great drum work and vocal work. I mean, listening to songs like Backwards Descent, Eulogy, and Squalor, just some seriously impressive songs to be heard through with this album. It's really, really scary stuff to listen to. It's not your average sort of death metal record. Listen to this with care, listen to this with caution. You're going to find some really good gems with this album. But anyway, here's the front cover. Really, really sick artwork here, and as you can tell, this is an OBI strip that they put on the back of this thing. Back cover, more badass artwork. Once again, you have track listing on this side. Comes with a lyric sheet for all the songs. You can barely read any of these lyrics, but there are lyrics on this thing. Track credits and information. And this came on multiple vinyl color variants, but I was lucky enough to score the this particular variant, and this came on a very nice transparent yellow with black and red splatter. Very, very high quality stuff here. Sounds great, plays great, and that's to be expected from Profound Lore releases. But yeah, Hissing, Permanent Destitution, real deal debut full length here from this band. Go check out Hissing, Permanent Destitution. Almost done, guys. Grind time. Gulf Coast grindcore gods. This is PLF with jackhammering death blow of nightmarish trepidation. Yeah. I believe this came out on 6 Weeks Records, and this is the 5th full-length album from PLF. They are based out of both Houston and Dallas, Texas, and they play this very straight-to-the-point, gritty style of grindcore. This is their 5th full-length album, and I believe this is the first to only feature both Dave and Brian, just as a duo. They've always been a trio, but they just went down to 2 people now. But it's still the same heavy grindcore that you would know and love and expect from this project, and it's just as lethal and as nasty as ever. I mean, PLF really could stand for either Pretty Little Flower or Pulverizing Lethal Force, but you get something really, really killer here with this full-length album. I mean, Anti-Humanist Call, Odious Demagoguery, Canisterized Commingled Ash, Pulsating Trepidation, just a lot of really great wordplay with this album in terms of song titles and lyrics and musical composition work. The riffs are killer, the drumming is fantastic. Brian Fajardo is one of the greatest drummers of all time. Dave's guitar playing and vocals are so immaculate here. This is some seriously top quality grindcore, probably my favorite grindcore release, not just because they're from Texas, but this is some seriously great grindcore in general. So anyway, here's the front cover. Badass artwork. Once again, Daniel Shaw, Sawblade did this artwork. Very, very badass detail and quality here. Back cover, track listing. Love this artwork piece in the middle. Comes with a lyric sheet for all the tracks and credits. Some collage photos of Dave and Brian doing their thing. And I don't know the limitation on this particular record to be specific, but they all come on a standard black vinyl. Nice heavy black vinyl here, 45 RPM, and yeah, dig the Gulf Coast grindcore etching and the dead wax. Very, very good quality here. But yeah, if you're into PLF, if you're into grindcore, if you're into anything fast and crazy, PLF bring together a masterpiece with Jackhammering Death Blow of Nightmarish Trepidation. Go check this one out. Next up, we head to Colorado for some absolutely unique and original extreme music. I honestly still don't know what the hell to refer to this thing as, but I fucking love this band, and I'm glad I was made aware of it. This is City Hunter with Deep Blood. Yeah. This is a 2018 release through Youth Attack Records, and this is the debut full-length album from this band. They put out a couple of demos prior to this, but this is their debut full-length, and this is such a different and unique sort of sound for this band. On one end, you get the elements of synthwave in certain parts of this album, but more along the lines of anything, this is more dark, metallic hardcore, metal, grind, just a lot of great, crazy influences from this project. I mean, you can tell from this band's visual style, their lyrics, their music. This is just fast, crazy, insane stuff, and it's only a 17-minute long album, but you're gonna get the most out of this album. I honestly think this band and album is worth the hype and attention that it's been getting recently, and I definitely would recommend checking out City Hunter. Living Nightmare, Bind, Torture, Kill, Open Season, Stab and Repeat. Very, very crazy, horror, murderous sort of lyrics going on here, but this is some seriously good stuff. But anyway, here's the front cover. Love this album cover art. This definitely has that horror movie poster feel to it. Really, really crazy shit. Back cover. All these badass photos, track listings. Comes with a lyric sheet. More badass photography going on here. Love this. Track listing and lyrics. Really, really killer shit. And this came on multiple vinyl variants, and they were all selling out super fast. But I was fortunate enough to score this particular variant. I believe this is the Pool of Fallen Tears variant, limited to 200 copies, and it came on this really, really beautiful, and you can see the visuals on this vinyl here in the best possible way. It's like a transparent blue vinyl with these really wavy, clear-looking effects here. I mean, you have to see it in person to see how beautiful this damn thing is. It's beautiful, but it also sounds badass. 45 RPM cut. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful vinyl color here. Sound quality is amazing, and this is also getting a repress in case you happen to miss out on the first time. But yeah, City Hunter are the real deal. Deep Blood is the real deal. Definitely check this one out. And finally, we have a debut full-length album from probably one of the best Black Death bands to come out of Switzerland. This is Dogma with Hamkar Atonement. Yeah. This is released in 2018 through Iron Bonehead Productions, and this is the debut full-length from Dogma. These guys are based out of Switzerland, and this band has been putting out a solid deal of material prior to this. Really, really killer music, but this album is pretty much the big, big moment for them. This is a 70-minute long album, but within the 70 minutes of this full-length album, you're going to get exactly what a band like Dogma are all about. The tension, the atmosphere, the riffs, the vocal style, the drumming. This is just seriously strong, strong stuff here. Yeah, really, really killer stuff all the way throughout here. It's, let's see here. Yeah, it's only 7 tracks long, but some of these songs are very, very lengthy. Yeah, The Glorious Fall of... I can't even read this writing, I apologize for that, but anyway, I'm going to leave you a link in the description box of this album anyway, because you should be listening to this album all the way through and through here. This Dogma album is absolutely beautiful and brilliant in its execution, in its delivery, in its musical style. This is a fucking amazing album. But anyway, here's the front cover. Uncoated stock here, very nice jacket here, very high quality. Back cover with track listing and credits. Killer gatefold here. Yeah, very dark artwork, very hard to see. You'd have to see it in person in order to fully understand and realize what's going on here. There you have a lyric sheet with the band members in question. lyrics for all the songs in question. Yeah, kind of hard to read, but if you have good eyes, you'll probably pick it up in an instant. Comes with a fold-out poster. Super high quality here. Very, very good poster here. And since this is a 70-minute album, of course this is going to be a double LP. And this came on 2 different variants. There came a black and white merge. And I just got the standard black vinyl. Great quality either way you look at it. It sounds great too. But yeah, if you're into really expansive and immersive extreme music, definitely check out Dogma and Hamkar Atonement. This is easily one of the best debuts of 2018. And with that being said, I'm going to conclude this video, and I'm going to be taking my break now. I will be back sometime in 2019, and this has been an absolutely amazing year. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you for your viewership. Thank you for sticking around with me in all of my times recently, from my new move to my new home to everything else. This has been an absolutely phenomenal year, and I couldn't have done this without you. Let me know what your favorite albums of 2018 have been, and hopefully in 2019 I can pick up and do some catching up and check out what I may have potentially missed. But yeah, I'm going to leave you some links to some of the bands I talked to you about here in this video. If you haven't heard or own any of these releases, definitely let me know what you think, how you feel about it, and we can go from there. Have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great continued rest of 2019. I will see you guys soon. Mwah. I love every last one of you. Thank you for everything. I'm going to conclude this video. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. And until the next time, Army Hell out.